The Isaiah Factor Uncensored starts right now.
And welcome to The Factor Uncensored. We are in the midst of the biggest surge we have seen since early 2021, thanks to the Delta variant of COVID-19. Now, the high numbers has the CDC changing recommendations on face coverings and Americans asking, what should we do now? Tonight, we're digging into Delta, which is responsible for roughly 95% of new COVID-19 cases. Because of this deadly surge, we're focusing the full program on COVID tonight and what you need to know. We also have Dr. Danish Ali from Archpoint Pain Institute on for the full show to answer your questions. Now, today, President Joe Biden addressed the country about the deadly Delta variant. Fox News' Peter Ducey starts us off with the latest from Washington, D.C.
This is a very different variant than what we've dealt with previously.
As variants spread, the president's push to get people vaccinated rolls on.
It's moving like wildfire through the unvaccinated community. And it's heartbreaking, particularly because it's preventable.
But lately, things have been confusing.
Americans have received far too many mixed messages and muddied communications about masks, vaccines, and what risks remain and for whom.
The White House argues the science of COVID is black and white, not red and blue. So they're upset with resistance to new CDC guidance about masks for school children or for the vaccinated in Texas and Florida.
At a point in every leader's life, they have to make a decision about whether they're going to abide by public health guidelines to save people's lives or whether they're going to be guided by politics.
In New York, Mayor Bill de Blasio is now hoping to ban anyone unvaccinated from doing pretty much anything indoors.
You'll have the key, you can open the door, but if you're unvaccinated, unfortunately, you will not be able to participate in many things.
Does the White House think that that is fair to people who may have a religious reason for not wanting the vaccine or who might just be waiting for the FDA to approve it fully before they get it?
The administration and the White House and the president support steps by localities to take steps to protect people in their states and their communities, to incentivize people getting vaccinated.
And the president admits this isn't a problem that stops at the border.
You just said there is no wall high enough and no ocean wide enough to protect us from the virus. So what is the thinking behind letting untested and unvaccinated migrants cross the southern border into U.S. cities in record numbers?
We have not withdrawn the order that is sometimes critical or criticized, saying that unvaccinated people should go back across the border. But unaccompanied children is a different story, because that's the most humane thing to do, is to test them and to treat them and not send them back alone.
Now, as we said, our focus tonight is COVID-19. For the full program, Dr. Danish Ali from Archpoint Pain Institute is joining us now to answer your questions out there. Dr. Ali, we want to thank you for joining us. First question from one of our viewers tonight. Why has it gotten so bad again? And we were this close to clearing it all. That question, Dr. Ali, why has it gotten so bad again?
That's correct. Good evening, Isaiah, and thank you for the question, viewer. And I want to start by saying that the reason why it's gone so bad is because this variant itself has mutated, has changed from its original shape, which we were dealing with back a year ago, and it has mutated in such a way that it is very viral, meaning that it spreads very easily to other folks. One research shows that one unvaccinated individual who has the COVID virus itself can spread this, with the Delta variant, can spread it to 5 unvaccinated folks. And so it is highly transmittable disease, and that is what we're seeing right now, Isaiah.
All right, our next question from the viewer, where are we seeing it the worst and in which patients, Dr. Ali?
So right now we're currently seeing the numbers be very high in the states, the counties that have the unvaccinated folks. There is a direct correlation with the number of cases of COVID in folks that are unvaccinated or not fully vaccinated. And so those are where we're seeing that. Texas and Florida are 2 states that are highly accounting for the recent increase in these amounts of cases that we're seeing.
Okay, Dr. Ali, I went to social media and I asked this question on my Twitter account. It's a big question we all want to know. Will there be another shutdown? Right now, just under 57% of people say yes. On the Twitter poll, about 43% of those on there say no. Dr. Ali, what do you think? Will we see another shutdown here in Texas and around this country?
So, Isaiah, with what we've seen with the Delta variant in other countries, specifically India and the UK, this virus, this variant of this virus ends up surging for a few weeks, and then we see a sharp decline in the numbers as well. And so there is some good news, and I do think that if we start doing the right thing of getting fully vaccinated and also start back utilizing the mask, I do believe that we can prevent a full shutdown of the government, of the economy, those sorts of things that we just saw a few months ago. So if we can do that, Isaiah, I have a high probability, high chance that we can prevent this from happening.
All right, Dr. Danish Ali, and of course, stay with us. You'll be with us through the full half hour here tonight. We appreciate your time.